Alright, in this video we are going to talk about programming, what programming actually is, and then we will look at Python programming language as one of the languages to learn to code. So programming actually is just the act of writing codes or giving instructions to your computer to perform some task. So if you want the computer to do certain things for you, you can tell it to do it by giving it a code. So giving the code, which is the instruction, is what we call programming. So after writing the instructions, you end up having what we call a program. So that is basically what programming is, giving instruction to your computer to perform a particular task. Now we have so many programming languages to choose from, but before we look at the programming languages, let's also go straight into why we have programming languages. In fact, like, you could have communicated to your computer by just giving it English text for it to understand and then execute your instructions for you. But the computer does not understand our language, the English, the Spanish, or the human languages that we speak here. The computer doesn't understand any of them. The computer only understands machine language, which is zeros and ones, binary numbers. So in order for humans to communicate with our computer, there has to be an interpreter. There has to be a software that will take our instructions and then interpret it to the computer in a way that the computer will understand and perform the task. So this interpreter is what we have used to develop different programming languages. So let's take Python for example. Before you can execute Python codes on your system, you need to install Python. So in the process of installing Python, you are actually installing an interpreter, because if you don't install Python on your computer, there is no way your computer will understand the Python code. Even if you know how to code in Python and your computer doesn't have Python installed on it, there is no way it is going to understand the code you write. So installing Python on your computer is essentially getting the Python interpreter on your system, so that every Python code that you write, the interpreter will be able to explain to your system. So here we are going to look at Python. So Python is a popular programming language, and I don't think I should go deep into who created it and then the year it was released. But if you care to know, it was released in 91 by some guy called Van Rossum. But to learn Python and to be able to code in Python, I don't think you really need that. So let me tell you why we are choosing Python over all the other mini languages. Because we could have chosen maybe Java, we have chosen PHP, C, C#, and then the rest. Why are we going for Python? The reason is that Python has so many advantages over the other languages. The first thing is Python can run on different platforms. So the same Python code that you write, you can execute it on a Windows platform, Linux platform, Mac, Raspberry Pi, like all other platforms. You can execute Python code there. And again, Python has a simple syntax, and that simple syntax is somehow similar to the English language. So with Python, developers are able to write programs with fewer lines than other languages, or compared to some other programming languages. And Python runs on an interpreter system, meaning that code can be executed as soon as it is written. I think prototyping can be very quick. So Python can also be treated in a procedural way, object-oriented way, or maybe functional way. These are the three different ways you can program your computer, either in procedural, where you give the instructions step by step, or object-oriented, where you group your codes into objects before you execute them, or maybe functional way. So Python can be treated in any of these ways. Now let's go straight and look at what Python can do. So Python can be used on a server to create web applications. Let's say when you develop a website, the back end, to be able to take data from a user and then store it into the database, manipulate the data, everything, Python can do that. And Python can also be used alongside some software to create workflows. You can use Python to connect to a database system. You can use Python when it is connected to a database system to read the files and also modify the files. And Python can handle big data, and it can also perform some complex calculations and all that. So Python can do a whole lot. So let's look at what Python is used for. When you are able to program in Python, what can you use Python for? The first one is you can use Python for software development. You can use Python to develop softwares. You can use Python to develop websites. You can use Python for mathematics calculations. You can use Python for scripting, like so many things. So right now, let us look at how we can get Python onto our computer and then install Python into our computer. So before we go in there, some machines already come with Python, especially Mac computers as well as Linux operating system. If you install the Linux operating system, you automatically have the Python on it. So before you even try installing Python, you need to check your system whether you have it already or you don't. So you go to the search box and you type cmd, which is the command. When the command prompt opens like this, then you type python -- version, enter. So here it says Python was not found, run without argument, install from the Microsoft Store, something. So here, this Python was not found indicate that we don't have Python on our system. Install Python. Let's go to our Google Chrome browser and then visit the Python website to download Python. So you can say python.org. Alright, so when you get logged into python.org, you just go to download, you click on downloads. Alright, so you just come here and then you download, you click on this, download Python. You can see this is Python and here is the version 3.13.0. So you just have to click on this, you click on Python to download it. So you just scroll to the bottom here. You can click maybe in Windows installer 64-bit if you are using 64 operating system, or maybe 32 if your system is 32. Then you click Windows installer 64. That will have Python downloaded onto your system. So here we are downloading Python. So just allow it to finish downloading. I already have it on my system, so I'm going to cancel it and I go to Python's. So here I have Python 3.9 or Python 3.10.1. So here it doesn't matter the version. If you download the Python 3.1, 3.1, whatever version, you are going to be able to follow whatever you are going to do in this video. So double click on it and then make sure you click on add path, add Python 3.10 to path. So you click add Python whatever version to path. This will enable you to run Python programs on the command line. Yes, so if you don't tick this box and you install Python will be successfully installed, but the challenge is that you will not be able to run Python codes from the command line. And if you have Python already installed on your computer and you cannot run Python code from the command line, it isn't too late. You can go to the environment variables on your system and then set it over there. So now click on install now. Just click on yes, and now Python is going to be installed. So depending on your system, depending on the speed, it's going to take a while. So I'll get back to you when it is done. Alright, so now setup was successful. That means we have successfully installed Python onto our system. Okay, let's close it. And then let's check if we really have Python. So remember, when we check the last time, Python was not found on our system. So now let's check again by typing Python -- version, click enter. So now you can see we have Python with the version 3.10.1. So if you downloaded the Python 3.13 whatever version, that is what you're going to see here. So when you type Python space -- version and you are able to see Python with a version number here, this means that you have successfully installed Python onto your system. Alright, so in the next video, we are going to look at how we can run Python programs on our system. We are going to look at the different ways we can run Python programs and then look at the basics of the Python programming syntax.